Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Yeah. So, in this video, I just wanna take a little quick talk about who I am. My name is Santiago Canales. I am 15 years old. My birthday is August 26, 2010. So probably in this August 26, I'm gonna be turning 16 years old. Yeah. I'm surprised time flies fast, honestly. Yeah. But life goes on in these days. Yeah. But so some of you may be wondering about what I do. I just usually do you guys usually like waste your time being on your phone or spend your time like being outside, like just being outside like every single day, every single time, because whenever I'm in Fresno, like where like at Middle California, I always tend to spend time just spending time at home. That's it, and sometimes I have like a lot going on in my mind every single time I go on Fresno. Yes, but in Southern California, specifically at Victorville, it changes to me walking outside like a lot, and especially this will happen like all day because today, as I'm recording this video, daylight saving times has begun. So meaning that there's one more hour of being in the sun. There's no more hours of being in the night, just more hours of being in the sun, which I like since I'm a sucker for being outside like a lot. like in Victorville, specifically in Victorville, that's it. Like in Southern California. And that's because this house has a lot of space. Like the backyard is so huge, like really huge. Like as a child, I would always wonder what is there in the backyard, which was so fun, before times have changed, I'm not gonna really say for the better or for the worst. I don't really know. I'm just gonna say times have changed. Yeah. But yeah. Oh. Yeah. Maybe when the day comes that a 1-year anniversary of my very first YouTube, my very first incoming of my YouTube channel, like the existence of my YouTube channel, like as a 1-year anniversary, maybe I can make a video celebrating that. I don't really know. Not usually the one that celebrates things or something like that. I'm usually the one that walks a lot with the sun outside. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Oh, let's talk about why I decided to create this channel, because yeah, I'm pretty sure you all guys want to know why I created this channel. So, I created this channel because I had a huge obsession with memes like back then, you know. I had a huge obsession. Well, but then before that, I had like a huge obsession of toads. Toads, like Toad from Nintendo. Yeah, I had a huge obsession of that. So, I made videos about that. I made videos about that. Yeah. About them but there were quite a few, you know. So, yeah, there were just quite a few, and then really did not last long. But then as of right now, I'm like thinking of making more videos with like blue toad and yellow toad. Because I kind of miss like those times where I used to create videos like this. Yeah, they were pretty fun to make, you know. Especially because I'm like a beginner YouTuber. So, yeah. But as time went on, I grew obsessed with memes. But before that, as I was in this house, my grandparents' house, exactly. I wanted to create something for the Wii. Now, first of all, I only wanted to create things so that people can play, you know. Because if you're a Nintendo fan and you know about me's, do you know how there's like guest A, guest B, guest C, guest D, guest E, guest F? Do you know that? If you do know, then you know. But basically, I wanted to create more me's just for people to play with, you know. Like, it wasn't intended to be used as as a character. I intended to create them just so that other people can play with them as an option if they do not know what to play, you know. So as a playable character. But then summer of 2025 hit. That's when that was the time where my obsession with Misa was starting to grow even more, especially after I did a Spanish 1 project assignment about the family, the families, you know, that, yeah. So, yeah, that was something. So during summer of 2025, I wanted to have something. Well, first of all, before this, when I'm holding like this, yeah, I was going to show myself as a plushie. Yeah, I was gonna show myself as a plushie. But when the package from just to let you know, it was from China. The plushie was from China. But as time was going on, and I got the package, it looked like absolutely nothing of what I expected it to be. You know, because what it looked like was it was a plushie, of course, but then its arms were so sticked up with my body. The legs were just integrated. I don't even know what word to use. And then the head. Somehow they made somehow, for whatever reason, they made my head have two sides. Like this is my head, and this is my head, and this is just hair. That's it. Now for the plushie, that's just different. This would be my head, but imagine you're looking in the bag and there's also another head right there. So like it had two heads, faces. Yeah, it had two faces. Alright. So it had two faces. So that was okay. That was something. That was something that I got from a Chinese plush thingy. I'm pretty sure it was from China. I don't really know where it was actually from. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So after I was like, what the heck? After I was like, what the hecking it, you know, like what the, why the heck they like have like two faces or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, you know. They must have like, you know, they must have like thought that hey, let's put two heads. I'm not so sure how their system works, so I don't really want to worry too much. So, but as times went on, I didn't really quite like it too much, so I just decided to just use it as a display only, you know, treat it as like a display. Yeah. But over time, I just couldn't hold in the fact that I really wanted like, you know, to be like real, you know. So this is when summer 2025 hits, because during June, probably, I'm not so sure. I made me faces, like my face. I'm a me character, by the way. So I drew my face on the paper. And as I was in my grandparents' house, I was like, wait a second. I think I have an idea. Because the idea was that by using these drawings, I can actually create paper me characters like me. So yeah. So I drew my face, I drew my body, of course. Then I drew the back head. And that's when the printer came in. I printed the stuff out. Well, first of all, how I sorted was, I first drew my head. I first printed my head. I printed my back head. I printed this body, and yeah. Then I started sticking the tape with the tape, sticking my body into my neck, and yeah, this is how I was born. So, yeah. Well, yeah. But, yeah, it was all good. You know. I don't know how many fourth wall breaks I can make, honestly. But, yeah. Let me tell you, unlike houses nowadays, this house I feel like I know it's messy, like quiet. I know it's really messy. I know. but it doesn't really lack the natural green lookings, you know. So it's pretty good, you know. And this is where my YouTube channel started. Yeah. It never started in Fresno or anything. It just started in Victorville. Yeah. Which I'm pretty glad, because I always consider Victorville as my hometown. You know. But yeah. And yeah. That is the story of me, who I am. Yeah. There's not really much else to talk about anymore, so I'm just gonna say yeah. And also, happy daylight time savings. Yeah. Alright, well, probably gotta go. Alright, goodbye.